Welcome back to For the Mariners by the Mariners channel. In this session, we are exploring Rule 7 of the COLREGs, which is a cornerstone of collision avoidance because it focuses on how a mariner must determine if a risk of collision exists. This rule mandates that every vessel must use all available means appropriate to the prevailing circumstances and conditions to determine if risk of collision exists, and if there is any doubt, such risk shall be deemed to exist. This means that as a navigator, you should never assume you are safe unless you have positive proof that no danger is present. One of the most critical instructions in Rule 7 is that proper use must be made of radar equipment if it is fitted and operational. This includes long-range scanning to obtain early warning of risk of collision and radar plotting or equivalent systematic observation of detected objects. You cannot simply glance at a radar screen and make a guess. You must actively track the movement of other vessels to understand their relative motion. The rule also warns against making assumptions on the basis of scanty information, especially scanty radar information. This is a common trap where a mariner might see a small blip and assume it is a buoy or a small boat that will pass clear without confirming that fact through consistent observation. To help you decide if a risk of collision exists, the rule provides a specific and practical indicator, which is the constant bearing of an approaching vessel. If you observe that the compass bearing of an approaching vessel does not appreciably change, then a risk of collision should be considered to exist. This is often referred to as CBDR, or constant bearing decreasing range. However, the rule also cautions that such risk may sometimes exist even when an appreciable bearing change is evident, particularly when approaching a very large vessel or a tow, or when approaching a vessel at close range. This means you must remain vigilant even if the numbers on the compass are moving slightly. Understanding Rule 7 is about moving from passive observation to active assessment. It links the lookout requirements of Rule 5 and the safe speed requirements of Rule 6 into a decision-making framework. By identifying a risk of collision early, you give yourself the maximum amount of time and space to take action in accordance with the following rules. It requires a mindset of healthy skepticism, where you treat every vessel in your vicinity as a potential threat until you have systematically proven otherwise. This disciplined approach to assessment is what separates a professional mariner from an amateur, and it is the most effective way to prevent accidents before they even begin to develop. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, comment, like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Thank you.